What's up, guys? It's our first podcast named Bean Boys. I'm Trenton, and then guy with the other deep voice is Nolan,
It was good.
and then the other guy with the deep voice is Carlos.
Oh, dude, what's up?
All right, so we're really not sure how we should start this podcast off, but I guess we'll start with a little story about me and Carlos selling his 2012 red Ford Fiesta. By the way, with the bad transmission, bad battery cell, anything you can think of that was bad, it was bad with that car. Carlos, can you explain to me how the man was, who the man was?
His name was Beep, and he was from Africa.
We'll just give his first name. His first name was Charlie. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, Carlos throughout the whole time kept saying "Buganda man." Okay. I'm not lying, right? He kept saying, "Yo, bro, guess who texted me?" And I'm like, "Who?" Buganda. And all right, Carlos. You want to start the story off, man?
No, you got it.
I got it. All right. So, Carlos texted me I think it was beginning of last week. He asked me if I can go check, help him out because he's never sold a car before or even been in that situation to sell a car. So, I went with him. I think it was Sunday, right?
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, it was Sunday. We went to go see the guy. It was pouring rain, all right? And I didn't have my car. Like, my car is still not fixed. By the way, it's a 2005 Subaru Impreza 2.5 RS, if you guys wouldn't know. Whatever, anyways. Basically, I was running in with a red GMC. And all you see is this big, fat, white kid next to some Mexican with a red Ford Fiesta. And then Carlos calls the guy. He's like, "Yo, Buganda man, where are you at?" He's like, "I'm in a white." And it was an Infinity, right? I get an Infinity.
Infinity, yeah.
Yeah, he had a white Infinity. Came in. He took a sweet ass time, all right. Like, so he gets out of the car. He goes to the trunk, all right. I was like, okay, this is real sus. He takes out an umbrella, bro, and then this lady walks out of the car with the umbrella out. I'm like, look, man, I know you gotta protect your weave and all that, but this is extra. But anyways, he's like, "What's up? My name's Buganda man." "What's up? My name is Buganda man." And he's like, "You the guy I talked to, right?" And Carlos was like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Who's this?" And I was like, "I'm his cousin." And by the way, me and Carlos are not related in any shape or form. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's a full-blown Mexican kid. So
It was for protection.
basically, he runs a taco truck down Sterling Boulevard. So, alright, so we start talking to the guy for a while. He looks at like goes around the whole car. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, it's a good car, Buganda, right?" Yeah, basically, I couldn't understand. He was speaking like some French language, right? Sorry, I had to get my water. So, okay, dude, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of hate for this because we're really racist. Okay. I'm not gonna call him Buganda man anymore, right? That bit's over. So he basically keeps on saying, "Oh, it's a good car, He looks in the hood though, bro. he saw all this, and he's like, "Oh, it looks good." But in reality, Carlos had changed the spark plugs because they had blown out or something. He changed the battery. He almost changed the alternator. I think he did, but it didn't work out. So he took it out and then returned the piece. What else did you do?
The hose.
Oh yeah, the hose that I'm not gonna say his name, but it was this white kid in his neighborhood who trying to fix the like his problem why his car wouldn't start. You know, he just pulled on the hose just a little bit and it cracked in like 2 pieces. And coolant started going everywhere. But that's off topic, right? So, you know, he's like, yeah.
We should say.
He's like, I don't have $3,800, and I was like, that's bull. Because why else would you start talking to us if you didn't have the money, right? But I was like, this guy's probably like, you know, cheapo, so I'll just follow his bargain. He's like, all I got is $3,000. I was like, bro, you got to go a little bit more, 3,500, blah blah blah. The whole bargain story, okay? You guys, it's not hard. So, then we, you know, settled around like 3,200, 3,100, which is like, it's $100 more, but like, you know, Carlos was selling a broken car. That was $1,000. Carlos made basically like $1,000 car worth $3,000 for this one Buganda man, alright? So he drives it back to his apartment, right? And I follow him because I was like, I don't trust this guy. And I was taking out the license plates. He's like, Buganda, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm taking out the license plates, man. You know, because if you get in a crash, it's gonna be Carlos's fault, not gonna be your fault. He's like, yeah, I understand, but I can't park here without the license plates. And then he's like, I'm gonna get towed. I'm like, bro, I lived in an apartment for so many years and I never had that problem with towing cars without license plates. He's like, it's still. I was like, whatever, right? It was like, Carlos, it's up to you if you wanna what's it called? Leave the license plates on. And then Carlos said, give me a second, sorry. Carlos was like, yeah, it's fine. And then he gets up literally, like, as we're leaving the area. By the way, this guy gives Carlos the full $3,100. Like, straight up. You know, we leave. And then, you know, right as we were leaving, Carlos gets a phone call from his mom. I don't know what his mom was saying. But all I heard was like, the first question she asked, did you get the license plates? And of course, you know, knowing Carlos, he left the license plates on the car. You know, so basically that guy could have gone to a strip club, you know, killed a bunch of guys, got in the car, you know, crashed into like a lake or something like that. And it would have all been under Carlos's record.
Bro, he literally could have left the scene.
He could have left the car in the scene, and then the police would have been on your ass, dude.
Yeah.
That geeks.
They would have showed up to my front door.
Yeah. So, alright, so where was I? Alright, so he gets a call from his mom, you know, license plates. He doesn't have it, alright? So, the guy tells us, do you think we can go to DMV in the morning? I'm like, what? I told Carlos, this is the weirdest, like, sale I've ever made in my entire life, man. This man, not only did he want to keep the license plates, he also wanted us to go to the DMV and to the place for a mission. And, what's it called?
Bro, we were chilling with him the whole day.
We're having it was from 7 o'clock to what, like 10 or 11, right? Just chilling at the DMV with him. Oh, but okay. So we meet up with him to get the car inspected, right? Well, you know, this guy's like, he's like, you gotta wait behind the red Ford Fiesta that's right there. And the guy's like, that's our car. He's like, no, you gotta wait for the car behind the Ford Fiesta. And we're like, okay, whatever, right? We just let it happen. And then this guy in the hoodie comes out. He's like, so you know, this car has inspection for another 3 months. You know, I don't recommend that you, you know, I don't recommend that you do the inspection now because you will lose that sticker. He's like, it's okay, Buganda, do it anyways. So, about 20 minutes later, I go to get a coffee, and my man's pays for the coffee, man. I was like, oh my god, I feel bad now, because we were selling this guy a car that's gonna like break down on the side of the road, like in the next like 2 weeks, okay. So he buys me the coffee. I didn't even say anything to him. I didn't even look him in the eyes for the next like hour. Okay. So the guy comes out. He's like, so yeah, this car's pretty messed up. All right. The front left tire is basically worn out. The both lower control arms are destroyed. And then what was the other thing? It was
the ball joints.
No, yeah, I said that. It's the control arm ball joints. And it was one more thing. I forgot what it was. It was pretty important.
I think it was the windows or the wheels. Something about the wheels.
No, he didn't say anything about the windows. He didn't check the back windows, bro. Which was it was a size, man. I think it was like the windshield wiper. It was something stupid. Okay, so he has to pay $50-$60 just so that they can give him a sticker that says the car didn't pass inspection. Okay. So now he has to be driving with that. I thought it was kind of stupid, cause he could have been driving around with the sticker for at least another 3 months. He wouldn't have to worry about it. But nah, he had to be like, no, I want to know what's wrong with the car. It's whatever. And Carlos was like sweating. He was sweating balls because he thought the guy wouldn't want the car after he found out like nothing works in it. But nah, he said yeah, pastor like no pass. He's gonna keep the car. But so after that we go to the DMV. Okay. So we go in, right? And of course, me being like, like in like my chanclas and everything, I stumble into everything that I see. Okay, I basically like flipped a chair over like just by knocking into it, and I don't want to go into it, but like I have to like get around this line, okay? And I swear to you, like I get in front of this guy just so I can go to the back. He points to the side as fast as he can. I wish I can show you guys this, but just imagine like basically Hitler, like putting his hand sign, but instead of like the whole like the palm, it's just his finger. Okay, like it's that fast. And I look at this guy in the eye. I'm like, you really think I'm gonna cut you, bro? It's the fucking DMV. It's not McDonald's, bro. So, okay. I don't want to rage, okay? But then, like, me being me, I keep talking trash, like, loud enough so he can hear, but quiet enough because it's a DMV, okay?
Laughing loud as I can.
He started geeking so hard. And then the Buganda guy, he's like, he gets on the line, he's like, you guys can sit down. I'll take care of it. And we chill there. Like, literally, we're sitting in the seat for a whole hour, and the guy comes in. He sits next to us. He's like, do you know where I can get the PS4? Bro, I'm like, dude, look, you can find it on Facebook where you found our car. Dude, I'm pretty sure after this sale, he's gonna be like, he's never gonna shop on Facebook ever again. I promise you that.
Literally, never find nothing.
Yeah, he got a broken car. He's probably gonna get a PS4 broken in 2 pieces, and the controller, like the sticks are off and everything. It's just the nub. But anyways, so we sit there for like an hour, okay, and then the number finally gets called up, and then
the B movie. We started watching the movie.
Okay, I don't know how we got to the conversation, but we started talking about the B movie. Oh, because of memes. We were talking about how the moth meme is like for some reason the highest like quality meme out there right now. And we were like, they make memes out of everything. Like, look, the B movie, right? Then I remembered my uncle had bought me a he's like so he said this in Spanish, okay? He said, Look what I got you. I got the new B movie that's not even in movie theaters yet. And he gave it to me, and it said Plan B on it, okay? I swear to you, man, this is the best movie I've watched in my entire life. I've never seen anything as funny as this movie. Okay, I'm gonna try to play like an audio clip of this movie, okay? I don't know, hopefully I won't get like copyright. Hold up. But Carlos, just like keep going while I look for this.
Wait, what?
Just keep going just until I look for this. until I find this.
Alright, so bro, I'm trying to remember. They skipped our number, right?
Yeah, they skipped our number.
Yeah, they skipped our number. Then we go up. We didn't even need to be in the DMV. Because of the license. He was only getting license plates, right?
Yeah, he was only getting the license plates. Sorry, I put down the volume because I don't want them to hear the barber come start. Oh, here.
Sometimes I wonder. Stop it, both of you! Blossoms love bees. True. We need flowers now, but where? I know, the Washington Monument. We can't. It's a special day.
Okay, so in that scene of the movie, they're basically like looking for flowers, but they're like, oh no, the Washington Monument is so far away. Dude, if you guys have the time, please watch this movie. It's only like 50 minutes long. You can find it on Facebook. Literally, it's so funny. The quality's so bad. The story write's horrible. But if you go on any site with like the reviews of that movie, they're all just guys just like saying best movie I've seen in my entire life. Definitely showing this to my grandkids when I'm older and stuff like that. It's so funny. Okay, but
Alright,
so
back to the story.
Yeah, back to the story at hand. Okay, so yeah, we're chilling there for an hour, waiting for us to get called so he can get the license plates. By the way, we don't know why we're here, and okay, he's just getting license plates. We could have literally just gotten them and left. We didn't even need to be there for that situation, but he was like, Buganda, right, whatever. So we're there for an hour, and they call us up. He gets the license plates, and then we leave, right, and then we take the license plates off. Like some guy helped us out with a drill or whatever, and then and he's like, okay, now where? I'm like, I gotta go to work. I didn't even go to work that day. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm sorry, I have to go to work right now, and Carlos has class right now, so I can't do anything right now. And then what's it called? We went to we got in the car, and we were like, oh my god, we just sold the car. We sold the car. Okay, and then so that's basically like the climax of the story. But was it yesterday, Carlos, or was it the same day that he texted you?
Same day.
So same day, this man texts him. He's like, Buganda. The back windows don't work. And like, yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you. And then Carlos never spoke to him again.
That's the whole story.
That's basically the story. It took us 18 minutes to tell the story of how Carlos sold his first car. By the way, he's driving a 2012 Honda Civic. You guys can go ahead and guess which model it is. It starts with an L and ends with an X. So, yeah, Nolan, how do you feel about this? How would you have felt if you were the Buganda guy?
For $3,000 for a car, though, bro, that was all messed up.
Wait.
At least what?
Give me a second. Wait. I farted into the mic, by the way, if you didn't hear that. Oh, frick, that stings, man. Alright, so, yeah, so $3,000 for the car. How would you have felt?
$3 sound cheap, but for that car, bro, I don't think it was worth that much, bro.
That's how
Now that you're telling me. Yeah. And then he said, Carlos, the back windows don't work. Like I would be blown, bro. I would actually be blown. Like this man forgot to tell him
AC
it's
doesn't even work in the car, by the way. And like when you put on
no.
max AC coldest temperature, it blows out hot air. That I'm never gonna forget that.
Dude,
that's another story. That's another
dude,
story.
we gotta tell that one too, bro.
Yeah, that was really funny. That's a story when we went to go pick up Nolqnd. It was like a 40-minute drive, but me and Carlos ended up like taking an hour and a half just to get from.
We took the longest way possible.
We took the longest way possible. We just went straight into all the traffic. It was so many trucks.
My car was overheating on spot on the traffic.
Wait, why didn't we take my car? What was the reason why we didn't take my car?
Because we already left. We were like, oh, fuck you.
It's too late.
No. Oh, no, it's because I was like, oh, man, I don't have inspection. Dude, I don't even care anymore, man. My mom was like, you don't have inspection. You can't do that. State police is going to get you. I'm like, whatever. Dude, if we went in my car, we would have been so comfortable. Nah, man, we had to go in your Ford Fiesta. That was leaking cool the whole way.
Yeah, but at the moment y'all didn't know. It's just like
wait. We shouldn't talk too much of it. This is an episode 2 kind of thing, right? Let's try to stay on topic on the story that we have today. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Because
that's weak.
Yeah, that's weak, man. But you know, that's how we make a profit on this. Oops. Wasn't supposed to say that.
You're ugly for that, bro.
I'm hip. So yeah.
He bought you a coffee.
He bought me a coffee, and I spat in his face by telling him that this car was the best car in the world.
You got him though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got. He's laughing right now.
We were like, this is wrong guy.
Bro, I don't know what you're saying. Okay. So by the way, the car had 140,000 miles, and it was 2012. My car is from 2005 and has less miles than that. Like literally, this guy went to India and back in this car. The original owner.
Yo, that reminds me of that one dude.
Which guy?
The Toyota Camry.
Oh, so today me and Carlos went to what's it called? We went to this dealer, right? It was an off-brand dealer, okay. So and then we see this. I start walking around like the lot to see what kind of cars they got, and I saw a Toyota Camry, right? I was like low key kind of sick on my cop, right? But you know, I saw that there were spider webs all over the thing, right? I'm like, okay, there's gotta be a reason why this thing hasn't been moved in like a year, maybe 2 years. I asked the guy, so how much for that Toyota Camry? He's like $1,000. I was like, no way. For $1,000, I'm gonna get that car. And he's like, but it doesn't have a motor. I'm like, what? He said the guy that drove it originally didn't have engine oil in the car. Which, by the way, if you don't know anything about cars, it's like not drinking water for like 30 years. My man was a savage, bro. He drove the car. He was too cheap to buy engine oil. The motor was completely destroyed. It's not drivable anymore. So he said it'll be like plus $400 to fix it. I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to fix a broken car. I was thinking about getting a Honda Civic, but I can't do that anymore because Carlos has one now. So
yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna mod my Subaru Impreza. Yeah. Well, guys, I think do you guys think this is it, or do you guys wanna drone on a little bit more?
I would like to do more, but that's already too much, you know.
Yeah.
You feel me?
All right. So this has been the Beans Boy podcast. You know, if you guys please just, you know, share it with your friends. If you thought it was funny, you know, download it. I don't know. Do something with it. Listen to it over and over again until we release a new episode. Yeah. Alright. So, you know, here's the Bean Boys podcast, right? We'll see you guys later.